Mm-hmm. Oh. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Looking good. Ewok Templar, Diablo 4. How y'all doing? Just gonna jump right into it. We got work to do. Got a regular run prepared. Probably no the Pustozul once again tonight, because we still got a few days of Mother's Embrace. I got Novissime out. We're about to hit 296. We're literally only 5 levels away from achieving our world record. Hit it. We're here to win. We're here to activate the device.
I want you to adopt me!
Because you're black!
Yeah, think about that. Is that what's limiting you all out there? Is that why you choose not to adopt? The racism? Ah, it's been a good time. Time to put some hurt on these boys. It's been a while since I played Novissime. I've actually exclusively have been playing just 3 characters for this like final grind area. This final like push to the end, to the finish line. I've just been going back and forth, mostly Decima. Like I do like 3 hours Decima, then I might do 1 hour to 2 hours as the Saccharine, my Darkness Necromancer, and or maybe 1 hour as Stander. Just because for some reason Stander still has a better drop rate when it comes to sigil powder, and right now they are not giving us any sigil powder. I still get sigil powder and keys every now and then, but like literally, I'll grind for like an hour, and I'll either get enough powder to make 1 more key or 5 keys. Very rarely is it 5. Sometimes I get none whatsoever. 0 sigil powder. And even key drops have been happening a lot less as well. So I've already, like, in the past level up, we've used about 200 keys already. We saved up about 700. I think I'm down to like 450 now? Or 440, something like that. I just made a few right now. It's interesting to say the least. I'm gonna push it. This will probably be a regular grind session though. Everything's a-okay. It's been raining here a lot lately. It's been amazing. We had a delicious beef roast for dinner with carrots and potatoes. But don't worry. I took an acid. So even if the beef does want to fight me, I came prepared. So I should be good and clean tonight. Tonight in Pasadena, we go to the races. But these kind of races, you don't want to lose. Because it's not a race at all. It is a bunch of demons trying to kill you. And if you lose, you die. And if you die in the game, you die for real. And I don't like dying for real. In fact, I take exception to it. I'm different than most people. I have high hopes and anti-death legislation right up my tuchus. Right up there. Caressing my mama and daddy button.
They've been feeding on me.
I can feel it in my soul.
Please, take it back from them.
You ever get icy hot on a part of your body where you don't want icy hot? That's how strongly I feel about it. It's an urge to merge into the purge. It's like being thicker than oatmeal on a hot Sunday afternoon. It's like waking up and doing 10 to 15 rock squats in a row. It's like It's like a mile-long trench of toast, and you only got one spoonful of butter.
Such power.
It's a grand puckering. No! I think we were only about 15 million away from leveling up. I forgot to check. It was like 16 million or 15 million. It's right around there. It's right around there. Boy, I tell you, even with Mother's Blessing, it has been a grind fest, man. Some of these, like when I use the keys, it's about 2.5 hours. When I'm not using keys and I'm using my new method, for some reason, the new method seems slower than just doing a set of dungeons for some reason. I might go back to doing the dungeon sets, but I swear I did about 30 million just doing, what's it called? Surat's Lair over and over again. Just doing Surat's Lair over and over again was getting me 30 million, but for some reason I think certain areas of the level up bar seem to take slower rather than long, and other spots seem to go faster. I'm not sure it's like 100% accurate of what your XP is at. I think it's just a fairly accurate representation. I swear there's some parts of the bar where you get the same amount of XP, but it looks like it's growing slower than other parts of the bar. Because I swear right here today, this from here to here took about like 4 hours, but then for some reason here to here it took only 2.5. So I'm like, I don't know. It felt like that first one took 4 hours. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm insane in the membrane, insane got no brain. But at the same time, my feelings are feeling out there with my feelers. Like a tiny shrimp at the bottom of a deep trench. I reach out and I squeeze the porous rocks, seeing where the tiny amoebas and planktons are hiding, so that I may succulate on them for my nutrients. I squeeze the rocks, the insignious rocks for the brines. And then sometimes my tiny little shrimp lips find no purchase on those deadly dry rocks that are somehow dry, but even though they're at the bottom of the ocean. If everything's wet, is anything wet? It's a profound thought right there. I'm not sure it's deep, but it makes me think. What if to a fish being dry is wet and being wet is dry? Speaking of which, did you know narwhals and belugas can actually mate and make a naruga? Kind of like how horses and donkeys can make mules. Isn't that weird? I just found that out recently. You guys know me though. You know, I have concerns about narwhals because they only have the one tooth, and it's like it makes you question who is in charge of evolution. Because, all right, first of all, you have teeth, and slowly over time, because of your defiant headbutting, you lose all your teeth but one, and you have to stab it out your face because that's all you've been doing for like millennia as a species, is just headbutting things with your face, trying to kill it. To the point where you're like, if I could just get my teeth on my face, if I could just headbutt my teeth problems away. I think about that quite often. How aggressive you'd have to be with your face for your teeth to be like, you know what, we need to take this job outside. All right, we're gonna change things up. You know, all these teeth? No, one tooth. One super tooth. And you know what? Instead of in the mouth, on the face. Let's do this. It's concerning. It's interesting. I want to know how. These are the things that make ET ponder. How many slam jams does it take to grow a narwhal tooth and replace all your other teeth with the unicorn horn? It's also asymmetrical. It's not right in the middle. It's like to the left a little bit, because like it derives from like one of the canines areas. It's bananas. But I promise you, I am not a marine biologist, nor am I an architect. Alright? This is not a reference to anything. Narwhals interest me. Unicorns of the sea. But why? And how? And when? These are the things that make ET very concernicus for the future. Tethers, touch boys, all monsters, swiftness emotes. Okay, I'm gonna go with swiftness. We're gonna go with super fast. Let's see what happens if Novissime goes to Thunder Cougar Falconbird speed. Slap at the base. There you go. Attuned. Do things quickly. Oh my god, Novissime just does not slay the same way as other freak jobs. It feels faster, but it's not faster. It's a big... makes me concerned, man. If I could just take the ears off and summon the free Earth explosions faster. Call me crazy. But it's weird how this build feels faster than the Flurry Rogue, but it's not. It's just not. I think that's pretty crazy. I don't know. It feels faster, but then the evidence is in the pudding to where it's just not. Give me the speed. It's embarrassing. I can't get to level 6 with Novissime. I can almost get to level 6. I think I've done it once before. Man, he just doesn't want to. If I can get the ones where like everything spawns additional ambushes, maybe I could do it just by if I just keep on slaying, if I just keep on shredding everything, but you know what I mean? Because then like you'll get a bunch of mob spawns and then you get a bunch of like the big explosions. I know I've told people already that like the Project Strongholds kind of slow you down from grinding, because like only 1 out of 10 monsters there give you XP. Most of the time you're just killing them and getting nothing, but for a little while I've just been doing them because it's like it takes like a minute to do, and then additional monsters do spawn in this dungeon, and I've been experimenting that now that you get the additional monsters spawning in here after you do the Project Stronghold, is it worth it? And honestly, from what I've seen, it's about the same. It's about the same as if you skipped it and you just quickly got the dungeon done and started a new dungeon, because it's all about mob density. You know what I mean? So the time it takes you to activate it is just another one of these events, one of these random world events right here. This Cursed Shrine, for example, it's like it's the same amount of XP if you just did this like in 1 minute. And that's how you can get started to him only finishing on wave 12, but doing his dangest to be the fastest.
So cold.
At some point I will make a werebear build, and we'll see how that compares. But I admit though, Shred is pretty fun. If you don't care about the kills and you just want to get across the map fast and you want to use the enemies as like guiding posts for your speed, that works, I guess. I thought about doing it in a way to where like you don't even go for kills, you just go for the XP at the end of the dungeon. Like that'd be a faster way to do it, I guess, but I'm not sure it'd be worth it. Because like I said, every like 20 kills is about 200,000 XP. And completing the dungeon and completing one of these events is only worth 200,000, so it's worth way more XP to get a bunch of kills. Just keep at it. Get out there and give it a good gripping. Man, I'm still watching all those body cam videos. Makes you really appreciate what the boys in blue do out there for folk. Now I was watching these one people who just decided to bring their 3 dogs to a bar and say that they're basically service dogs. Like, here's the crazy part. They went to a bar, but they were already drunk. And for some reason they wanted to bring their 3 dogs to a bar. Like, does that...
Take this, my friend. It's not much.
Like, I've been sober now for like a year and 5 months. And I don't remember ever being like, you know what this place needs? There's no dogs in here. But wouldn't it be better if there were 3 of them right now? I mean, sure, like if you're at home
Bless you.
or at a friend's place, but I've never been in a grocery store nor a bar nor a restaurant and I was like, you know what this needs? Dogs. And that's not even, I'm not even when I was like joking, not even when I was like with my friends and we were goofing around and we were talking about Chinese food or anything. No, no. A succulent Chinese meal is a succulent Chinese meal. I don't eat dog, and I'm not saying they do. I'm just saying I was never like, you know what this needs? More dog. I only know one way to be, and that's the dog. You know what I mean? Like, DMX never showed up in my mind butter. Unless I was thinking about music. And X is gonna give it to me. But whenever I'm sitting down at a table, eating my spaghettis, I never say, you know what I need right now is more dog. Don't get me wrong, I love dogs, but I never like equate them with this will show the establishment. People need to respect me and my dogs. I'm busting out. I mean, I brought my wolf bros with me, but that's different. They're helping me kill demons, you know? This isn't a dining experience. Alright? It's very different. Very different. Also, just as a pro tip for everyone, if you're in an airport, if you're on an airplane, if you're going to be on an airplane, if you're going to be leaving a plane, anything to do with planes and the airport, just don't drink. I know they have drinks there, and they assume you'll be responsible, but damn, is almost everyone not? It's like, it's just the trap of you thinking you know all the rules ever, then being in a place where they don't play no games. They don't play that there. Too many people wake up with the spirits in them, thinking that they're the Burger King in an airport. Well, let me tell you right now, you are not. They're gonna hurt you. They're gonna hurt you real bad. It's just, it's not the place. I think I've only flown once in a plane and once in a helicopter, and I barely remember the helicopter. I do not remember the plane at all. I was a very little I was a wee niño. I was a glint in my father's eye. That's how small I was. But even then, I probably never said to myself, you know what this plane needs? Booze. You know what? Speaking of planes, you know what pissed me off? Something else I found out recently. I think I talked about this already before a while back. Is that, you remember Queen of the Dam? You remember Aaliyah? She was hot. But I didn't know this. I don't know if this is true. I would love to find out if it is true. But it turns out the whole plane thing, that accident was totally, it was two people's fault. It was hers and the pilot's fault. Apparently, I don't know if this is true. I can't confirm it. I want to confirm it. But apparently, she brought a lot of luggage. The pilot even told her, this is too much luggage. We're not going to fly right. We're overweight. And she was like, I do what I want. And then they died. Is that true? Because that is bananas. First of all, why'd the pilot not go, well then I'm not flying? It's not like they can't force you to fly something that's unsafe to fly. Like he could have walked away. He could have walked away. Additionally, why would you argue such a thing with the pilot? The pilot says, we're too heavy, this thing's not gonna fly right. Why would you debate that? What do you... I don't know everything about Aaliyah, but I'm gonna guess that, aerospace science, she didn't have a degree in that, did she? She didn't have a degree in physics. Did she? That we don't know about? I'm asking questions, man. Questions that Google could answer, but I never Googled. I never Googled. I never schmoogled. I never schmoigled. But at the same time I hear these stories, I'm like, dear God. Is this true? Can we confirm? Is there an expert witness in the audience? I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm gonna move on. Because that makes me both, like, at first, for Aaliyah, I was just sad. I was sad the entire time. The entire time. I never got over it. Anyone makes an Aaliyah joke, I say too soon. Doesn't matter how many years it's been. But now, I have mixed feelings about it. I'm like, what? How is you gonna tell the pilot? I'm so beautiful, science bends towards my will. I can defy gravity with my hotness. I'm like, and he was, and you know what? I don't know if I can be mad at the pilot now, because if she said that, then as the pilot, they're like, maybe she's right. You know, she is hot enough to where gravity could bend around it. Like, it could have been one of those situations, man. Like she had a charisma of 10. She rolled a nat 20. You know what I mean? He was like, you know what? If Aaliyah thinks we can fly, we probably can fly. Let's do this. Leroy. I just want to know, man. I just want to know. I have questions. If people have answers or theories or hot takes, guesses, educated guesses, throw them at me, man. Throw them at me. We can agree to disagree. We don't have to get along. We just have to make peace with it, you know? Let's discuss. Let's not argue. Let's discuss. Let's keep an open mind. Let's not get elevated. Let's get antiquated. Let's not get escalated. Let's get I was gonna say pixelated, but that didn't make any sense. But at the same time, it does make sense because this is a Let's Play channel for gaming. So yes, I did that one on purpose. I totally meant to say pixelated. I'm on the ball. I've read a book. I've seen definitions. I've looked up other words in a thesaurus before to see if I could replace them. in my high school poetry explaining how some people have reminded me of flowers and rivers and whatnot, all the other dumb romanticies a young man tries to pull. I've written words down on paper with pen and pencil before. I can figure this out. Now, was it quality? No, but a C is still a passing grade, you know what I'm saying? Like, who am I trying to impress? I'm just trying to get through this. Oh man, we're right there. Look at that sliver. Look at that sliver. That sliver doesn't even make any sense. That's just a solid blue bar down there. This is the real pickle. I've been doing the math. And if the last day is indeed the 7th, damn, we might be able to get one more level in. Maybe 2 if I pull a Christmas miracle and start getting a bunch of sigil powder again. If I start getting a bunch of sigil powder, I might be able to get 2 more done before Mother's blessing's over. But so far, and no dice, because it seems like every single time you would get sigil powder, you're more likely getting a freaking Dark Age currency instead. Which, hey, look, we just got another gold reserve. That's cool. That's on the ball. That keeps us on the ticket. If we can just get more keys every time we keep complete a nightmare dungeon, that would solve our problem. But last time they changed it to where that doesn't happen anymore. Which, if I had known, man, back then I would have kept on grinding the nightmare keys. And just kept on liquidating them to sigil powder. Back when like every single nightmare dungeon gave you a nightmare key. And then you could still find nightmare keys in boxes or killing the butcher. Like we were getting some nightmare keys before. That's why we were able to save up the original large amount of sigil powders. Because they were just giving us the keys before, man. They were keeping us flush with keys. Now, man, you can go 5 hours and only get enough for 1 or 5 keys. That is bananas. But I want to say, I want to blame the Dark Age's reliquary that's happening right now. Because ever since they updated and started that reliquary event, that's when it changed, man. That's when things started being off the wall. Wrong. Bad wrong, but dumb. And now, we're reaching such exponential levels of crazy. I don't know if you noticed, but when we're doing all this killing, you may notice that, like, rawhide and iron chunks just stays on the ground now. Yeah, that's because it's full. I have 999,000 of each of those now. Oh yeah. And while grinding to this, to get to 296, we made it to 22.5 billion. There it is. There's the 296. It just happened. But look at that, 22.5 billion gold. It's getting crazy over here, man. The numbers are numbering, the maths are mathing in an crazy way, except for sigil powder. Can't get it. No one has it. Kill 10,000 monsters and you get 5. And you get 5 little powders. You need 60 of them to make a key, by the way. Which, I mean, we're fine. Like I said, we still make like 400 more, but when I make 20 of them, and I can burn through those 20 in only 2 hours, and it takes me 5 hours to get enough powder to either make 1 or 5. You can see how, like, it's grinding away down over time. It's grinding down. Things got dangerous at one point where we almost ran out of forgotten wisdom keys. We got down to like 20 of them. That's when I started burning through them. For a while, like, I made like 80 keys at some one point and only got like 4 Forgotten Wisdoms. Like, we had to get underneath 500 for me to start getting them more regularly again. Because otherwise, they were just pumping me with the other keys. I'd make 20 keys and like maybe one would be a Forgotten Wisdom or none of them would be. And I was like, dang, this is getting rough. Lucky for me, once I got underneath 500 keys, it started to even out again, to where every now and then I'd either only get 1 or I'd get 5. And I was like, oh, okay. Thank the maker. We're just gonna slice our way through here, man. I just need to slice my way through. Please? Mr. Bojangles, would you kindly enter the bathysphere, cover yourself in melted honey butter, and kill that Big Daddy for me? What was his name? What was his fake name? It was like Atlas, I think, right? Atlas Irishman. The everyman for the man who needs. But it's cool. You're cool, I'm cool, everyone's cool. I figured it out, you know? The bigger the cool river, the bigger the cool drought. You open up these boxes. Give me those ovals, I've been burning them like crazy. I still haven't gotten a second pair of those shoes. I still only have the 1 pair of shoes in there. I wonder if there are a drop that's supposed to show up later on like harder difficulties. I just randomly got one. Yeah, come on, man. Let me put my stone ding dong in there. There you go. Let me put my choco wheel of chocolate misfortune and marshmallow fluff where it belongs. Man, if your tires were made of chocolate, you'd have one weird day. That's a good way to get attracted. It's a good way to get a lot of bees where you don't want bees. I still haven't looked up anything about the update. I want to be surprised. But I am thinking about getting it. I'm thinking about treating myself. My birthday is coming up. And it's like... gotta get into something, you know what I mean? You know, I'm glad I'm me. Because I could be one of those losers who sits around saying everything's terrible instead of, you know, doing something with their life. Constantly criticizing, saying this is terrible, this is boring. Rather than moving on and focusing on themselves, they just attack everything outside of what's their normalcy, what's their wheelhouse. And I'm very glad that I'm me, you know? We have much to appreciate in our lives. I'm the kind of guy to where if all you have is money and accolades, then you have nothing. I'd rather look at myself than look at someone else and look at what I have risen above. Even now, I am rising. Like a sourdough bread. Absorbing the little yeast, eating the nutrients, devouring the sugars, producing gases. I rise like a phoenix.
They've been feeding.
My little yeasties are coming to fruition, like little potential bubbles in the loaf of life.
Take it back from. Let it.
All I know is that Jesus has forgiven me. Let's pump that juice. Hit me with it again. Alright, come on. Keep the shredding. Keep the drum. You know what I should be doing? I should be dropping Hurricane every now and then. I don't know why I'm not. We got the decent cooldown. Man, I miss the Diablo 2 graphics. I know why they had to make this one this way. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more transparent so you can see the enemies around you. Just because, like, you know, Diablo 4 is definitely more fast-paced. It's more like it's like the Dynasty Warriors dungeon crawlers. You got to keep that music flowing. Man, we did not get through a lot of keys that first 30 minutes. What did we do? I know we did the Heraldic Stronghold, but dang. Like, what? We went through 5? Can we make it to 10? I could have sworn Novissime last time we were using it, we made it to at least 11. Now we're all of a sudden we're on the struggle bus, and I swear that I'm gonna start to book it. I'm gonna start ignoring chest. I'm gonna try to get some pacing up in here. Let's see if we can get some kills, man. Let's activate slice and dice mode. Let's do the thing where we turn the potatoes into chicken fried rice. I said I was gonna start ignoring chest. I immediately opened 2 and started picking up the obols like, ooh, delicious obols. Sweet, delicious purple goodness. What's this? What's this? Huh? You guys in here? You guys alive? I find that highly disagreeable. Let me get over here. Alright, they're dead. No one knows how they died. A mysterious fart cloud shaped like a wolf flashed by. Got to do. You know what I should do? I should start getting like all the random anime sounds. Put those on the buttons, you know what I mean? Just be hitting that up. Like that. The Watchman's Key. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. You guys forgot about this one. Leave the chest alone, E.T. He's activating Shredding Must Die mode. He's activating his Geki Gengar. He's unleashing his full wolf potential. Oh yeah. Come on man. Get in there, get in there. I'm not gonna let these vampire sons of bitches get me, man. I'm gonna teach them the meaning. I'm gonna teach them why I only come for Thanksgiving for Grandma's mashed potatoes. You know what, why not? Hold on, my music stopped. Where is it? Hold on, no, we'll just go right into it. We'll go right into it. Come on then. Killing me, I'm here. We'll see who's the bigger wolf. I'm going for it, guys. I'm ignoring the chest. Look at him. Even my little rock friend is a wolf. You saw me holding it like a little baby, but I don't know why you'd hold a baby like that. I was holding it like a football. If you wanted to, you could safely hold a baby like that. It'd be frowned upon, but as long as the neck is supported, you know what I mean? Like, you're fine. Its head's above water, its neck is supported. Let's make lemonade. You know what I mean? Take the good with the bad. We got, oh God. Sorry, I didn't mean to get that loud. I just went through that wall. I ruined my chain. Let me wiggle waggle my way back over here so we can get all these kills I left behind. Thank you. Gentlemen, I've returned from my wall teleportation, yeah. I'm back now. And this time hairier than ever. Yeah. You see, what I did was I used Nair on another wolf. Then I scooped up all his fur and glued it to my fur to make me the furriest. God, that sounds wrong. The furriest sounds too close to furry. That's why I'm like, oh, the furriest furry. Resetting got my eyes. It's fine. It's fine. We're cool. He's cool. You're cool. One of those ladies over there to the right is cool. I can figure this out. It's fine. And if you want to know something you don't know, I open mouth kissed a horse once, but I did not like it. It's the one thing Katy Perry advised me to do, and it didn't work out. That's the one time she was wrong. But I took note of it. Let me out. Let me out. This is what I think about your libraries. Where's the Harry Potter section? We're making great time. Soon all the books will be dead, and I'll be able to eat all the delicious paper. If I eat the books, then I'll gain the book's power and knowledge. That's what I imagine some people think. That's why they don't... They see reading as weakness. They see consumption. If there's anything I learned from anime is the main protagonist eats a lot of food and gets strong. Therefore, if I eat the books, yes. Math, 2 + 2 is 4. Scientology, big wheel of cheese, the devil. And then we'll win. Then we'll win. You just watch. You just watch. I'm about to milk all these cows and I won't even use my hands. Alright, done did. We done did. Come on. You know, I really like the design, the way they look. I like the visual appeal of these dungeons, but these are my least favorite. They're big, they're wide. They have a decent amount of mobs though, but they have like this back and forth thing to where it makes you like, if you want to kill everything, you have to do a lot of backtracking. Gatsuru. Babura. Anyone know what I'm talking about? My brain needs nourishment. This is what happens when you put over 80 days worth of gameplay into Diablo 4. Alright? This is what it looks like. It's the equivalent of doing whippets for 5 days straight. It cannot be done without damage. Your brain's gonna turn into a sponge. You're gonna be seeing fish where there are no fish. Humming songs that never existed. Claiming that you invented the color purple, even though it's just purple, but you forgot that it exists. Hello, Sophia. I totally believe you're a real woman, not a fake person, trying to get me on Discord. No, blink twice. I didn't ask. I did not ask. I appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't think you're real. I don't think you're real, Sophia. Why are you offering so much information to a stranger on the internet? You don't want me to yell? I'll yell when I want to. I'll yell at everyone. This is my channel, my stream, and I don't take kindly. I don't take kindly. Right? Sir, I don't know what type of AIR you're trying to sell me, but please return back. Take it back. Go back to the darkness from whence you came. Take your evil back to the dark web, because we don't want it. It is smelly, hairy, and toxic. You're choking up. You're stinking up the streets. It smells like the burning furs of Lucifer's testes. You understand what I'm saying? Ooh, a stranger on the ground is just a friend you haven't helped up yet.
Cut down. I won't last on my own.
God, there's a lot of ghosts in here. What trips me up is that the maggots and the giant bees that shoot bees out their butts somehow work with the ghost. How does that conversation go? Because are you trying to tell me that the maggots and the bees speak common? Like, what's the deal? How? When? What? Where? Who? The Who. Manifest Destiny, Brazil.
Thank you, Wanderer. Without you...
No, thank you for reminding me why I do this. To help strangers who pass out drunkenly in a crypt full of ghost bees and giant maggots the size of Buicks. I'm starting to question the morality of sanctuary. Because Lilith walked in and just said, no, kill your priest, it's cool and fun, and they just like, yeah, like they just jumped on board really fast. That's all I'm saying. It escalated very quickly. Like, granted, Lilith is hot, but if Lilith told me, you know, this plane could totally fly with this amount of luggage, I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. Yep, that's a normal response to everything I said. To the YouTube viewers, Sophia responded, remember that insane rant I just went on a few seconds ago? Her response was, I know, I'm kind of late to this game, lol, but I'm excited to try it soon. Does that sound like a normal person response to everything I just said? Does that not sound like a script just being typed in while the stream is completely muted? I'm sorry, Sophia. Recently, I've decided to take a bunch of taxidermy chipmunks and shove them up my butt until I can sing the Macarena through only my nostrils. You know, normal man stuff. What do you think about that? Huh? What do you think about that? Let me ask you a question, Sophia. If you were to look at what the Big Mac looked like when it first launched all those years ago and compared it to the Big Arch, would you say that all they did was make the Big Mac back to original size, but then said to themselves, well, we can't do that because then people are going to totally catch us in the fact that we decreased the size little by little over the years. So then they said, you know what? Just re-release it with a different name. Hey, geniuses. Well, okay, she said something else, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I noticed your channel and it looks nice, but the setup is pretty simple right now. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I wonder what she's gonna offer. Oh, if only there was someone who could sell me art on the internet. Yeah. Oh, man. God knows I like to stop and think, you know what would really help my channel? If someone sold me AI art on Discord. Does anyone else feel that way? Does anyone else think that? My butt cheeks clench together so hard that sometimes they deny physics and fuse together, forcing me to not be able to poop. Slowly killing me. Because I can't find the release. The constipation release that is AI art sold to me by a stranger from the internet on Discord. I can't find the diuretic. I can't find the laxative to fuel my heavenly release. Or as I like to call it when I'm on the toilet, I don't know about you guys, I like to call it my thunderous applause as liberty dies. Alright, she says something else. Just sharing my opinion, some custom artwork could make your channel look way more professional and attract more viewers too. Really? Could you draw me Santa Claus butt naked with his butt cheeks glued together using maple syrup? I think that'd make a good thumbnail. I'll be like, Red Dead Redemption 2. Is this Santa with his butt cheeks glued together with maple syrup? Is this a normal? Is this in the game? Chat, is this real? Is this a mod? Did Clara get on my computer again? Damn it, Clara. Stop installing mods without my permission and then inviting people to sell me art on Discord. Clara, if I find out it's just you making a bunch of different profiles, I swear to God, I will file harassment. I will file harassment, Clara, and I will go for jail time. I don't want money. Money doesn't buy me satisfaction anymore. My eyes are starting to look like, you remember that one guy who got all of the PS3 trophies? Remember his face? My face is starting to look like his, okay? The bags underneath my eyes, the redness from the amount of blue lights that have been shot into my retinas, burning my soul. Do you understand? Do you understand? I'm on like day 80 on Decima. I got over 10,000 kills in each enemy type way back when I was like only like 50 hours into this playthrough. Do you understand? There is a legit potential that my demon kill streak has reached the millions. Do you understand where I'm coming from, Sophia? I used to stream as well, but these days I mostly focus on making custom artwork for streamers and content creators. Say it ain't so, oh well.
Doing the things that I never would know. Don't get
You know what? No, that's not it. That's not what I want. Sorry. I guess it was about that time. I'm not gonna lie, I already got a few cool ideas for your channel that I think you will really like. That's when I found out the truth. Sophia wasn't real. She was a ghost. a Goomba, a Welch on the buttocks of society, trying to squeeze her way into my channel to sell me her goofy AI-generated lies. She was the screen door on my submarine.
You cannot stop us!
She was the regular French fry in my curly fries.
We will remain.
She was the tater tot in my McNuggets. Which I still like tater tots, but that's not the point. Hold on, what do we got? Yeah, I just need some music right now, guys. I just need a little bit of the Nightmare Reaper. I'm about to take a salad. I'm about to take a salad, guys. It's for real. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, I know I've been talking about this for the past 4 years, but for the first time in my life, I might actually take a salad.
My savior!
We have spinach, we have tomatoes. It doesn't have to be complicated.
My savior.
I have a very unhealthy ranch dressing, Hidden Valley style. I could do it. It'd be so easy. So very easy.
Couldn't have made it without you.
Did you guys know spinach actually doesn't have that much iron in it? Yeah, that one tripped me up. It's mostly water. It's delicious, but it's a very lackluster vegetable. Like, I think there's actually more iron in kale. If you're cool with it, you could add me there. I will show you some of my recent work and the ideas I have for your channel. If you're cool, you can add me there. I like how it just ends there. It just says, you can add me there. Wherever there is, wherever Sophia Honey, totally real woman, totally has female parts and not a bunch of brown male parts on the other side of the planet. Totally legit, absolutely saw my channel, did not realize at all that she's like the 20th person to have this exact same script. Oh man, you just need better art, man. Is my diss. Sophia_James3 is my diss. Hey, dudes, write this down. We can go talk to real woman with female parts on the internet for free. She can stream to us her butt in 280p. And maybe if we are gentlemen and hold the door open, she will send us feet? Question mark? White woman? Question mark? Hooperstanks Contemporary, would you go? Would you like? Adele tickets? 2 turnips and a spoonful of sugar instead of $20,000? E.T., what accent are you trying to do? I'm trying to do all of them at the same time. Don't judge me. Life is hard, the world is big, and I'm just one man. Covered in melty honey butter. Asking God, why is it so sticky down here?
Get back from them.
Sophia, do you ever feel like everything's so blurry and everything's so clean, and that you kind of want to make up your own ending? And that's just how you feel? would be awesome to connect there. Sophia, can I ask you a question? Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind wanting to start again? Et-tu le monde? Et-tu mes avis? Je me gêne pas croire. You ever think about that, Sophia?
Such power.
No, of course not. It's complicated. You're right. Math is hard. Numbers are big. You gotta put them together. LMAO, me do work with my mouth hole on a calculator? That's impossible. Naruto's gonna kunai my butt. Zim zim zalabim. One time, I don't know where it was, I think it was an interview, but Waka Flocka Flame said he thinks the only person that could beat Eminem in an actual freestyle rap-off was Andre 3000. And that's one of the things I think about all the time. Sophia, what do you think? Because I really like Eminem. And I remember Andre and Outkast. I don't think I ever stopped to listen to, like, did he ever do any solo stuff? On that matter, when it comes to like that aspect of, I don't even know what to call it, pop culture, I guess. Who was Machine Gun Kelly's publicist? Because like, right after he started that feud with Eminem, like a little while later, he was in that ad like a model with that, I think everyone remembers that weird pink sweater that had no sleeves. And he looked incredibly effeminate, and it was like, who told him this was a good idea? Wait a minute, why? He got his ass handed to him via the mic on a platter that was bigger than his entire career. And then said, you know what I need to do? I need to wear a pink turtleneck sweater that has no sleeves and pose with it. Like, who was working for him and said, yes, yes, Mr. Kelly, do that. This will bring the people back. They will understand you now. Things will get better when you do this. It concerns me. Turtle doves the size of Mount Vesuvius. What we got? A minute. Go, someone in the audience, go see if that's real. So, Sophia spelled SOHPIA_JAMES07. There's an Instagram apparently. You should go check it out. Tell me what you find there, because I'm not going. I'm busy. And before anyone gives me any crap, that's what she put in my chat on Twitch, so whatever. Whatever, that information's there. Go there and tell me there's not a picture of her looking like an AI claymation. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, society. It's pronounced incredible, by the way. You're saying it right. I feel like we all had our own ballet tonight. Where are we at? Ooh, you know what? That's a decent run. That's a very good run for a Novissime. It's a 31 million run. Wow. Only about 900 million to go to get back to 297. Pray for me, ladies and gentlemen. Pray. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let me drop this. We don't need this. Go away. What the? My toughness is exactly 20,000? What are the odds of that? Why is that? I don't know. Weird. I'll take note of it, but fine. I'm just curious now, after we've reached 296, where are we at? 27,900. The Dark Ages currency. Remember, that's... You get one per elite. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. I'm just gonna walk it in. I'm gonna walk it in. Let's let's do our goodbyes while I walk it in. I'm against con stuff. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. The grind continues. Thank you all who came out today. Go check out Sophia, see if she's real and not a ghost person from India. Probably. Or America. It's always one of those two. But anyway, thank you all. Ewok Templar, Diablo 4, The Journey to 300. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button. Keep up posting. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.